Sukkot, we have to fear God and only worship Him. Uvotit bakun. We always have to be connected and attached to God. So it says, he brings over here the Rabbeinu Yonah, a beautiful thing. We know the night of Passover, it says, Kito yomru alechem benechem ma avodah azalachem. Digatem lemor avodah shanachnu avdei Hashem. So we know that we Jews, we love questions. The whole night of Passover, when we do Dayenu and we do the thing, is we want to somehow, some way, cause the inquisitive mind of the child to ask, why are we doing all this? Why is everything? And you tell them that, what is the answer that we have to give our children on Passover? We have to say that we're servants of Hashem. So it says, Yehi Shemo Mevorach La'ad Ulme Olamim. Hashem created us and the whole world that we should love Him and fear Him and serve Him. Like we say every day, Baruch Elokeinu Shebera'anu Lichvodo Vivdilanu Min HaTo'im. So he says, my Rosh Hashiva Rav Weinberg always used to say this. He says, if you look at the last pasuk in the Torah, what is it called? Moshe Rabbeinu, Eved Hashem. And also in the beginning of Nevi'im in Yehoshua, it says, Vayomot Moshe Eved Hashem. So he could have said Moshe Rabbeinu. So the beginning of Nevi'im and the end of the Torah, what is the greatest title that Hashem is giving Moshe? Eved Hashem. So you see from here, the highest level a Jew could get to is to be a faithful servant of Hashem, right? That it doesn't say Moshe Navi Hashem, it doesn't say Moshe was like the leader, Manhiga Am. The highest echelon on that ladder of getting close to Hashem is to be that everything we have, we don't have slavery, fortunately, anymore. But when you look at a slave, the slave is ownerless. Everything he has belongs to his master. So he says, "Ha'eved chayav la'asod avodat rabo ikar melachto aray." We know that a true servant, a faithful servant, David HaMelech also in Tehillim says, "Ana Hashem ki ani avdecha ben amatecha pitachta lemoserai." Why does David say Hashem should save him from all his troubles and open all his troubles? Because he says, I'm your servant, the child of your maidservant. So open all my locked things that I'm in a problem, I'm entrapped in. Pitachta lemoserai. So he says a real, true, authentic servant knows that his main obsession and main mission is to make his master happy, and his own personal things should be secondary. Lefichach. So the same thing, we have to be faithful servants of Hashem. He says, this is an unfaithful servant. If God forbid the whole day he goes and plays pool and soccer and goes on a vacation and he's stealing from his master, right? So he says same thing by us. The whole idea of Elul and Selichot is that maybe throughout the year we forgot what was the main purpose of our life and a lot of people took vacation and they went around and they were having fun. Elul is that time of year where we realize Ashrechem is a tremendous zechut to those people that wake up 4 o'clock, 4:30. They realize that our main focus in life has to be serving Hashem. La'asot nachat ruach liyotzrenu, la'asot retzon barenu. So he says, what Rabbeinu Yonah says here, לפיכך אנחנו חייבים לעשות עיקר מלאכתנו תורה ויראת שמיים ומעשים טובים. Especially in this month of Elul, we have 3 things we have to work on. Our main thing is to study as much Torah as possible, fear Hashem, right? This is called Yamim Noraim, El Nora Alila. We have to know Ata El Kabir. These months of Rosh Hashanah are auspicious months, and the month of Elul and Rosh Hashanah and Kippur is the day that we inject Yirat Shamayim, right? We have to realize that there's God watching us, and we have to answer for everything we say, think even. Everything we think, God is going to judge us. Everything we say, everything we do. And that's why he says a glorious Rabbeinu Natan Bavli. He says, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi Omer, Ha'oseh Toratcha Yikal Malachto Tefala. He says, a person that makes Torah his service of God, his main mission in life, and his working and making money, his secondary, then his Olam Haba, when he comes to Olam Haba, they're going to make his Olam Haba the Ikar, and the punishments he gets is going to be something on his side. So he says, Rabbeinu Yonah says, this is a very important Avot de Rabbi Natan, that it says that it opens our eyes. So if you really want to know where you're going to sit in Olam Haba, the Baalei Musar say this. It's not so mysterious to figure out what your next world is going to be. People that every second is Shiviti Adonai Lenegdi Tamid. People that while they're 120 years old, 100 years old, living in this world, are always thinking about how to do mitzvot, always fearing Hashem, always obsessed with being a faithful servant of Hashem. Midah keneged midah. When you get to Olam Haba, also according to how much you loved Hashem and wanted to attach yourself in this world to Him, you're going to be attached there. So it's going to be, the Avot de Rabbi Natan is saying, our Olam Haba is a mere image of what we did in this world. If in this world, your main focus and the pinnacle, the most, is not necessarily how much time you put. Sometimes people need to feed their wife and children. They need to work 10 hours, 8 hours a day. But what was your main love? What was your main obsession? What was your main gishmak? That's going to be a mere image of what's going to happen in the next world. Rabbi